What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Case Digital. In today's video, we're answering the question of how to generate a random number in Python. So without further ado, let's hop right in and start coding. What is up, everybody? So like I mentioned, today we're answering the question of how to generate a random number in Python. And Python actually makes this really easy for us because Python has a package called random, which has a bunch of different functions, from allowing you to create random numbers, to choose random things out of a list, or so on and so forth. So today, let's use that package to create a random number generator. To do that, you're going to actually need to import the package, and so that we can use it. So simply, usually this is done at the top. Like in Python, actually, they allow you to put imports in line, but generally speaking, best practices, always put your imports at the top. And essentially, we're going to say import random. Now, to create a random number generator, I just need to use and we're just going to do a random number generator that just generates random integers in this case. So I'm going to use the function within the random package called random int. So to do that, I'm going to say my random number, random num, spell num, is equal to random dot randint. And now this function takes two inputs. So it takes input A and B, and it essentially outputs an integer. And this is telling us that it returns a random integer in the range between A and B, including both endpoints. Now this is simply meaning that if I put in like 0 for A and 1 for B, it's going to give us a random number where it's going to include, like sometimes it could be 0 and sometimes it could be 1. Now you could get functions where like if you put in like 0 for A and 1 for B, it doesn't include the endpoint, and so you only get like 0 every single time, which that would be interesting. So, but randint, has the ability to, whatever inputs you put in, those could also be, those are like the endpoints. So it could be 0, it could be 1, or it could be 0 and it could be 100, or anything in between. So we're going to do 0, and let's just do a random integer. Like we want to generate a random integer between, say, 1 and 100. So to do that, I just simply type in just something like that. And now I want to print this out. So I'm just going to say print random. And you should see that when I print this out, essentially I get a 6 that time, a 38 that time, 56 that time, and you could essentially do this all day. Now, you could essentially turn this into a little application where you accept user input and then ask the user from a range from what number to what number, and then there you have it, a magical random number generator. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. And until next time, keep on coding.